Okay, can you guys hear me now? Sorry, I had my mic off. Can you hear me now? Okay, if you guys want me to quickly re-explain this to you, let me know, and I'll quickly explain it to you. Otherwise, if you understand this, we can move ahead to the next chapter. Okay, they have asked that I re-explain this, so I am going to quickly re-explain it and then move over to the next unit of our book. So, the question was, Shane wants to erect a fence of 3.2 meters by 2.3 meters around his swimming pool. The cost of the material is 45 Rand 99 per square meter. Now, per meter. They are not talking about square meters, so they are talking about meters. So you have to add up this amount. Okay, so assuming that his pool is rectangular, it says 3.2 meters by 2.3 meters. Now there are 4 sides to the pool, so you have to put 3.2 meters here, and you have to put 2.3 meters here, because you have to work out the total of the pool. So they've only given you one side. We are assuming that there's a second side. Or not assuming, there has to be a second side in order to put the fence right around the pool. So it will be 2 multiplied by 3.2 plus 2.3, close the brackets. Math law tells us that we do the brackets first, so the 2 stays. We open the bracket, we work this sum out. So 3 plus 2 is 5, 2 plus 3 is 5, close the brackets. Then now we know we can multiply this. So 5.5 times 2 is 11 meters. So he is going to need 11 meters of fence to cover his entire pool. Okay? So, now the next question is, how much will his material cost? So the cost of the material is 45 Rand 99 per meter. We have worked out that he needs 11 meters. So multiply that by 11. And your answer is going to be, you can work it out on a calculator, I have pre-worked it out, and your answer is 505 Rand and 99 cents. So this is going to be A, and this is going to be B. Do we understand it? There's no other way to explain it to you more or break it down a little bit more. I trust all of you understand it. You can let me know if you understand, please. I have sent all the answers to this activity to you on the WhatsApp group, so you can go and look at your answers. I've asked you all if there is, thank you Arathi for answering me, if there are any further questions, and you said it was just number 1 that you needed answers for. So you can go through your work. If you don't understand it, ask Uncle Cairo for the math book that we are looking at on ask Uncle Cairo for the math book that we are looking at here and go through it again. okay, or you can just go onto the cloud and go through it. If you have any questions, you can ask me on the WhatsApp group a little later. Okay, further than that, I think we are all there. 1 second for me. Fantastic. The comments on the YouTube page is now open. Thank you very much. I am going to work off the WhatsApp group if I may. Just hold on. I'm going to quickly log into the YouTube to see if I can see your comments directly. Earlier it didn't work and Uncle Cairo helped me to sort it out, so I'm quickly going to look for it so that I can see your questions as your question was, Whitney. Will I be able to see it? Okay, that is not it. Okay, I'm going to, in order to make up some time and not waste time, I will look at that just now. Please, can we then just go onto the WhatsApp for now? I will most definitely try and see if I can find it. I'm sorry, my attention is now diverted. So I'm going to try one more time and see if I can find it, and then there we go. One more time and see if I can find it. Fantastic. I have just found it, so I will be able to read your comments on the YouTube when I ask the question. You guys must just let me know, please, if it is a direct feed or if there's a lag as well. Okay, so now I'm going to close this one and we're going to move over to Unit 6. So I'll open the document for you in a second. Okay, we are moving to Unit 6, which is map work. I just want to enlarge it for you and then we are going to start. Okay, thank you for letting me know there's a little bit of a lag. That's not a problem. We will still hear one another and get there. If you don't get my attention on, or if I don't read your message on the live YouTube, you are welcome to WhatsApp me as you did. Okay, I'm just waiting for this to respond. We are going to start with map work, so it's Unit 6. Again, this is uploaded onto your desktop in the Cairo Education folder. You can find it there when we are offline and after this chat. Right. Now our next one is, as I said, map work. So at the end of this unit you must be able to interpret, lay out plans and show position, write and follow directions, recognize and label different symbols on floor plans, analyze floor plans and use number and bar scales to do calculations. Okay. Right. All of us know what a map is. Alright, there are various maps that we use. You can use a digital map, which is on your cell phone, or you can use a map like in the bottom of this feed, a map like this to get from point A to point B. But in today's day and time, We don't use these maps anymore, but they are still available. There are community centers as well as civic centers that give these maps to people if they get into a town that they don't know. So do yourself a favor. If you are in a town and you're not sure where to go to the civic center or even a tourism center if they have one, and a map of the town will be available to you. So a map is a visual representation of reality, which shows instructions, positions, directions, and location. It helps us to find our way in an unfamiliar area to a specific store or a huge shopping mall, or to a seat in a movie theater. So there we have already a different type of map. It shows you, in our previous lesson we said where is F10, where do you sit? If you sit in F10, you know it is row F, seat number 10. So this will now be a map of the theater, especially if it's multi-layered. They will give you a map, and it will also show that there is more than one level to the theater. At the end of this unit, you must be able to work with maps, scales, and floor plans. Use a map scale to find distances and follow and draw up directions. It is not as overwhelming as it sounds. It is fairly easy. I will explain further now. Different maps have different functions. A street map shows part of a city or a town. It contains all the street names, attractions, and specific features of a place. So if you go to a town, say it's an old war town, you will go in there and there will be a map that shows you where the monuments and attractions are towards this war location. The same as with if you're in a shopping center and there is there's a play happening, or there's some sort of attraction that is happening, you will find maps and most probably like plaques on the wall that shows you where to go. Now we move to a strip map. If you look at the strip map, you will see that there are defined lines. It is not like this one where it shows you everything. This over here means it is a railway line. Okay, how do you know this? In this map there is no reference, so we cannot from the map or the picture that is there Okay, Wesley, can you quickly ask Uncle Cairo or sit with someone else? No, you can't sit with someone else. Ask Uncle Cairo to quickly help you to get that sorted out, please. Okay, so this map does not have directions to tell you, not directions, it doesn't have explanation of what it is. So on this map it's just a general map. It's telling you what type of map it is. This is a strip map. Again, there is no reference, so you can't really see what it is. But if you look at the type of map, there are defined lines and it shows you from point A to point B on a certain main road. It is showing you the attractions on there. So it says a strip map shows part of a travel route between two big towns or cities. It contains detailed information on the route, the names of the towns, distances, and other features. Okay, then we have a profile map. Thank you for letting me know, Whitney. Okay, then we have a profile map. Now, we can all see that this is the Comrades Marathon map. And often when you are watching the Comrades Marathon, or you know somebody that is running the Comrades Marathon, they say between Pinetown and Drubbin there is a massive climb. It is uphill all the time, and that is where they struggle, because if they run towards Pietermaritzburg, it is an uphill run. If they run from Pietermaritzburg to Durban, it will be a downhill run. So if you look at this map, here's Pinetown. Okay, there is Drummond. If you look at the profile, you can see it is a very steep incline. Alright, and that is why a profile map is so important. It shows you, if you are a runner or a walker or even bicycle, whatever training you do, it will show you where your inclines and declines are. Okay, so a profile map shows you the height above sea level of the road changes on the route. In the example, the distance of the route, the names of the hills, and the height above sea level are shown. Okay, if you look at this red dotted line that's here, it indicates the highest point of the map. So at Marlize Road, you will find that you have hit the peak, the highest point of the route that you are running. Okay, so if I had to ask you, according to this map that we are looking at now, if I had to ask you, after the steep incline, between Pinetown and Cowie's Hill, Pinetown and Drummond, where is the next steepest incline? Your answer to that would be the stretch between Camperdown and Marlize Road, because you take all of the inclines that are here, that I'm showing to you, and you look at the one that makes the highest peak, and that would be then Marlize Road is the highest peak. I asked which is the highest incline. You look, okay, the incline starts at Camperdown, it ends at Marlize Road, so it will be the incline between Camperdown and Marlize Road. And then it is mostly downhill from there, because if you look at the highest point to where it ends in Pietermaritzburg, you will see that it is a downhill slope. Okay, now we get to a floor plan. You can basically say a floor plan is an aerial photo of a property without its roof. Okay, but you need to keep in mind that this is a sketched image, so it will have various different, or it will look different, but again there would be a reference to show you what is what on the map. So a floor plan shows the top view of the interior of a building. It includes the interior walls, windows, doors, size of rooms, etc. Okay, so we are looking at this map now. This here will be a window. This here will be a door. Okay, that there would be a window. This here will be a dining room. The only reason I'm telling you this is because I've worked with these maps in the past, and that is what I know. Again, there is no reference here to tell you that this is a toilet or whatever. We will get to a map just now that shows you all of that. So I'm going to move to the next one, and then we'll get back to all of those specifics further in the lesson. A layout plan gives us an overview of an area. In the example, the location of the hospital in the example, the location of hospital buildings, the different entrances and exits, and parking are shown. This is slightly small to show you 100%, but if you look at that P, there is a reference at the bottom here that you can go to. So I'm going to try and zoom in to see if it will show you any more. Okay, here you see, remember I said a map will tell you if there are different levels. This here is the reference. So the yellow zone, alright, is level 2, 3, 4 and 5. Okay, now we go and look for the yellow zone on the map. There's a yellow zone there. Okay, then we look for a blue zone. There's the blue zone. Okay, so this just shows you that if there's a reference, you can work off it. Here's another reference over here. Drop off point, bus stop, disabled parking, parking, cycle, all of those. So if I look at this little green one here and I go here, that is a cycle area. Okay, I'm just going to zoom back down. I will move on to the next one. So all of this here yes, Whitney, they do run the distance. I can't remember, I think it's 92 kilometers that the Comrades Marathon is, that they run. Some of them, I think it's 4 hours that the front runners do it, and then the others have 12 hours to finish that course. It is insane, but again, different strokes for different folks. Okay, lesson 24 is layout plans. I want you to quickly study this map for me. I know that it's very small. You have the file on your computer. I want you to quickly study it for me, and I'm going to increase it a little bit for you. And I want you to find the Bayview restaurant. Find the Bayview restaurant for me, and then I want you to tell me what is next to it, and in this same image I want you to check for me what else is in the orange zone. You can answer the question for me on the YouTube. Okay, so you have answered Hengrave and Horizon, which is absolutely correct. There is Hengrave and there is Horizon. However, if you look at the color of Horizon and you look at the color of Hengrave, they are different. If you go down to the reference, you will see that there are two different colors on there, which thank you, Whitney. If you look at the two colors of the orange, it is a different orange, so you'll most likely find that it's in the same area, however it is a different type of restaurant. I'm not going to go too deep into that, but I just wanted you to find these things because you're going to have to find it in the following task. Okay, so the layout plan. A layout plan shows the top view of the layout of an area in detail. Okay, like that. It normally shows buildings, trees, open areas, water bodies, parking areas, etc. Many schools and universities and shopping malls make their layout plans available to people to orientate themselves and easily find what they are looking for. As I said to you, if you go into a shopping mall, you will always find an information board. This has the layout of a certain floor on it. So every floor you go to, you will find that there is a different layout plan, displayed for you. So if you go into the shopping mall the next time and you've never seen this, look for the information board and you will understand what I am referring to. Property developers also design layout plans to give potential buyers or investors an idea of what the planned development will look like. When reading a map, you need to study the various features on the map in depth to get a feel or location of every feature. Okay, so this is a layout plan of a school. Okay, I will zoom into this for you in a second, but I'm going down to the questions quickly. Who can use a layout plan? Okay, if you had to answer that question, yes, it would be in your own words. However, it has to be something in the lines of visitors to school, okay, or visitors to the school, because we are referring to the school layout plan, can use the layout plan to help them find their way and find specific places such as office and various sports fields. Okay, so if we go to this map and we look for the office, where do you think we'll find the office? Can anybody find the office? Close to the bottom left, says Whitney. Okay, Whitney, explain to me. You've got the right idea. Okay, she says close to the bottom left near the parking lot. Okay, they've asked me to zoom in, so I will zoom in for you. Okay, this is where Whitney says the offices are. Is there any label here that says it's the office? No. Okay. There's a building, there's a building, and there's a building. We cannot assume that that's the office. Okay? Because there's no label on this. Now we go and look if there's any reference on this map. Here's a reference to show that this up is north. Further than that, there is no reference. So, we can't assume that there is an office. However, if you look at this here, you would see it says administration. So, your answer to that, if it was asked that where is the office? Sorry, Whitney has got a voice note for me.
Because they have to sign in to go to the comments.
Okay, Whitney has been sorted. Your answer to that. So your answer to this question will be, if you look at the administration office, or administration, it says administration and staff room is to the right of it. You are going to answer, there is no clear indication of an office. However, there is an administration block to the left of the staff room. Okay, so that is the type of answer that you would give in that regard. Now it asks you, how many tennis courts, rugby fields, and hockey fields are there? Okay, so they want tennis, rugby, and hockey fields. I'm going to try and see if I can zoom in here for you. It's too much. Okay, now we've zoomed in. How many tennis courts are there? If you count, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. So tennis court, there's 4. Now they want hockey fields. How many hockey fields are there? There is 1 hockey field. Okay? Netball, there is 2 netball fields. Alright? Remember, that one block is a tennis court. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4 tennis courts. That block is a netball field. So it's 2 netball fields and 1 hockey field. Okay? Let's see if we've got this right. Exactly. 4 tennis courts, 3 rugby fields, and 1 hockey field. Oh, they wanted a rugby field. Okay, so we're going to rugby field. If you look here, here's a rugby field, here's a rugby field, and there's a rugby field. A, B, and C. So there would be 3 rugby fields, which is then correct. They want to know how many entrances lead to the school. Okay. I need to go down a little bit more. 1 second for me. Okay. How many entrances lead to the field? To the school. So there's 1, 2, 3. Okay. So they've asked us, how many entrances lead to the school? The answer is 3. Whitney has asked me, or has asked, ma'am, how are you seeing this? I think I'm going to need some really heavy duty classes after today. Okay, Whitney, what is it that you are not understanding so that I can go into a little bit more depth for you? Well, I'm waiting for Whitney's question. I'm going to go to the next one. Okay. How is color used to distinguish between different components on the layout map? Okay. Here we go. Now we are going to look for the colors. Alright. What is the green on the map? It is a sports field or a grass terrain. Then this orangey color will be, Whitney, is it because of the zoom, or is it because of the fine marking? Why can't you see it? And then obviously the blue is the swimming pool. So sports fields are shown in green. Roads are shown in grey. School buildings and classrooms are shown in orange. Okay? It's as simple as that. Here's the roads, which is grey. Sport field, which is green. And then the orangey color, which is... Okay, Whitney, that will be, I'll sort that out. You will get to what you'll understand what I say if you open your physical book and not a scanned version. You will be able to see that more. I will move on to the next map so that you can also there then see that it's not always so difficult. This is just because it is so tiny. Okay. What are the names of the streets surrounding the school? Okay, now I'm going to zoom out again. I know that it's difficult for you guys. So, what are the streets surrounding the school? So, surrounding means on the outside of the school. Now we look for the information that is given to us on the map. So, there's Nickel Street, Silver Street, and Titanium Street. This is not because this, yes, is very small. If you have the physical map in front of you, you will be able to see that. Okay, now we are going to go to describe the position on a layout plan. Now remember, just now I said to you, if we were at this one, I said to you, what is next to this building? And all of you answered it correctly. The same, what I'm referring to now is this. The relative position of an object refers to the position of the object in relation to the other objects. So, if I have to go by the layout in the class, and you are all still sitting in the same position that you sat at, I can say Artie is sitting to the right of Whitney. Lucas is sitting to the left of Whitney. If I again go to the relation, it would be Wiz is sitting in front of Whitney. And then behind Whitney is a clear space of the room. So it will be next to, between, and then it will be Whitney is sitting between Artie and Lucas. Okay, so words to describe position: next to, between, on the right, on the left, in front of, behind, on top of, below or under, and directly opposite. Okay, so now it says study the layout plan again. Okay, study the layout plan again. Whitney, can... Okay, so I'll answer that question in private, Whitney. So, Whitney, if you have a look at this map, it is more clear and it is labeled. It is labeled more accurately. So, can you remember I said to you on a map it will clearly show you if there are more than one level. If you look at this one here, okay, can you see here 0, 1 and 2? That will say that is the ground floor, that is the first floor, and that is the second floor. Okay? Do you understand that? Are we with each other? If you go to the K block, you will also see 0, 1 and 2. Alright, that shows ground level, first level, and second level. If you look at this one, the T section, there's another T, there's another T. Can you see there's nothing written next to it, even here? So, it shows you that there is only that building on, there's no levels to that building. If you look here, you will see all of this grey is walking area, driving area, tarway, etc. So, if I had said to you, what is next to L8? You will say, the tuck shop. No, I would say, yes. What is next to the tuck shop? You would say, sorry. If I ask you what is next to L8, you will say to the right of L8 is L7, and to the left is the tuck shop. Okay? I've asked you what is next to it, not in front or behind it. Okay? So we go, what is the purpose of this layout plan? To show the location of the classroom and the offices. When you were, Whitney's or someone's asking, ma'am, what's the quadrangle? Okay, remember in school you used to have, if, sorry, I'm going to quickly just close that one. In school you had, here was the one set of classrooms, then you had the quad, okay, and then you had your other classrooms. So that's classroom, and that's a classroom, okay, and that is the quad. The quad is an abbreviation or a shortened word for quadrangle. Okay, I hope you understand that, Whitney. All schools have a quad. It is normally a paved area where there's assembly, or there's gatherings, inspections, all those type of things. Okay, so I'm going to put that one back on. Okay, now the next question. The staff room is located, where is the staff room located? Okay, so we go back to the map, we look for the staff room, there's the staff room. Okay, now you look what's next to it. The question was, where is the staff room located? Where is the staff room located? So you see the staff room is there. You can't just say the lower right of the map. You have to say it is next to the administration office. Where is the staff room located? The staff room is located at the front of the school, next to the administration area office. So the main entrance is here. It is located next to the administration office at the front of the school, because this is the main entrance. Any wording that you use that has a similar type of answer will be accepted. Don't say it's at the bottom of the school. there is no reference here on this map to north or south or anything like that. So you cannot say it is the south of the school. It is not going to work because you do not know where north and south and east and west is. Alright? So this answer will be at the front of the school, which is here, next to the administration office. Okay? To the right, where will you find the media center? Okay? There's the media center. To the right of K12. So, as you are looking at the map, that is your left and your right. Okay, my camera is flipped, so my left is going to look right, but to the left and to the right. Okay? And so you carry on with all of your question. I'm going to leave that for you to do on your own. Now it is a very, very vital part of this section. Alright? Directions are oral or written instructions that explain how to move from one place to another. Directions normally include to the left, to the right, backwards, forward, next to, as well as street names. Study the layout plan of the school again. Okay? Now, I'm quickly going to zoom out to quickly show you what I meant by just now. This layout plan has now been given to you, but if you notice, there's a north sign. Okay? So you now know where north is. This way, up is north. So the question is, describe the route from the school restaurant to the dancing hall. I'm going to read the answer so that we can all go through it. Alright? From the restaurant, here's the restaurant. Okay? I'll zoom in now so that we can all understand. I'm just reading the directions so that you have a vague answer. So, from the restaurant, walk in an easterly direction. Where's east? This is north, south, east, west. Okay? So it says, walk in an easterly direction. So we're going to walk this way. On the pathway, we are going to walk. Walk in an easterly direction through the parking area. There's the parking area. Towards the entrance gate. Here's the entrance gate. Walk straight ahead on the road which runs past T38 and T39. So, there's T38 and T39. There's the path. Okay, the grey area is the path. So, then directly after T38, so directly after T38, which is here, there is a fork. There's the fork in the road. Okay. The fork also means where the road splits. Keep to the right. So they're telling us to keep to the right of the road. The dancing hall is the first venue on the left. There's the dancing hall. It's the first venue to the left. Okay, can we quickly let me know if you understand that? I'm just zooming in so that you can understand. Okay, there's it zoomed in a little bit. I'm going to zoom in more for you. Okay, so it said walk in an easterly direction, which is this way, towards the entrance gate. follow the path. Okay, Whitney says she's understood. Everybody else in the classroom is quiet. Why are you not answering? Are you not understanding? Thank you, Lucas. Okay, so you're going to walk in this pathway. The road will fork. You keep to the right. The dancing hall is the first building to the left. Okay, so 2 of you have told me that you understand, so I'm going to move forward. This is in the next activity. You have to remember it. You're going to write these descriptions that it's coming out of your ears for the next 2 hours. Okay, so describe how to walk from the netball court to the bicycle shed. Okay, so from the netball court, you walk straight ahead in a southerly direction, taking the road between the C rugby field. Okay. Okay, between the C rugby field, the swimming pool, and the hockey field. Walk through the parking area until the road ends at W10. So you walk through the parking area until you get to W10 where the road ends. Then you turn left. Follow the road through the trees and turn to the right when you reach the fence. So follow the road until you get the trees, and then you turn right. I'll show you all of this now. We'll go back to the map and we can go and look for it. Walk along the fence until you see the bicycle shed on the right. Okay, so here we go. We are going back to the map. It asks us for directions from the netball court to the bicycle shed. So I'm going to zoom in again. I just hope that's not too much. Yes, it is. Okay, so we're walking from the netball field to the bicycle shed. Okay, are we there? So it says walk in a southerly direction between rugby field C, the swimming pool, and the hockey field. So you're going to be walking here. Can you see? So you're walking, and then it says walk through the trees. Walk through the trees until you get to W10. Then you turn left. Now remember, you are walking, so you must be thinking the way you would be walking. So if you had to come here and you are looking at the screen, you are not going to say you turn left, okay? Because left is this way if you are looking at the screen. So you have to visualize yourself walking this path. So you are going to be turning left, which is this way. And then it says walk to the fence, which is here. Turn right. Okay, you're going to turn right. And then you walk straight until you get to the bicycle shed. Alright? Any answer close to that will be accepted. Please know that you need to give as much information as possible. Don't give you walk along the path and then you get to the parking and then you have to walk around the building and then the bicycle shed will be in front of you. That is not a valid answer. you need to give landmarks. What is landmarks? The rugby field is a landmark. The hockey field is a landmark. The parking area is a landmark. W10, even W13, which is the gymnasium, is a landmark. When you get to the gymnasium, you turn right. Carry on until you hit the fence. The bicycle shed will be on the right hand side. Okay? Can I move on to the next question? Do we all understand this? I want an answer from Artie and Wes, please. Okay, I'm going to carry on. I will look for the answer while I'm carrying on. Okay, the next question posted is, a person turns left at Silver Street. Into Titanium Street and enters the school at the main gate. Okay? Now, remember I've always told you to make notes as you go along so that you don't have to go back and forth to try and find where you are. And this is exactly what I am doing now in order to give you a visual answer. Okay? So, he walks past the hall. He walks past the hall and turns left at the quadrangle. Left at the quad. Okay? Then he turns right at L10. Okay? And then right again at L12. He follows the road and walks straight ahead past the art class T16. Okay? Which building will be in front of him? Okay, so we are going. There's Silver Street. They go in Silver Street, Titanium, and they take the main entrance gate. Okay? They walk in the pathway. To the left is the quadrangle, right? Okay, so they need to turn left at the quadrangle. Get to L10, then they're going to turn right. When he gets to L12, he turns right again. He walks past T16, and what building will be in front of him? The sports center. So, what have we just done? We followed the instructions given here, which is written instructions. Somebody could be on the telephone and they phone you and say, I'm lost. Can you please give me help? That is what instruction? It is not a written instruction. That would be a verbal, not a written instruction. It will be a written, sorry, I lost my words. It will be a written direction, and on the phone it will be a verbal direction. Okay? So, here again is the next activity. We have all said we understand this work, so I'm going to leave you to do this activity. It is not long, okay? So please don't take long. I will give you until 12:30 to do it, okay? Please bear in mind, the northerly direction is up this way. please bear in mind, tennis court. This is a very open map, so you can see things clearly. I can even see it on the small screen, so I don't think there will be any problems. Right, 12 o'clock is break, so when you come back from break at 1:30, I'll give you until 1 o'clock to finish it, and from 1 o'clock I will carry on with the lesson. Okay, is that fine? So you can sit and do it now. Up until break. After break you have until 1:30 to do it. I will then send you the answers again like I did in the previous one, and then we can take it from there. Okay, in this map here you will see north is now to the right. Okay, please keep all of this in mind when answering the questions, and you finish here and then you let me know again. We will go through it and we will finish, hopefully finish this by the end of the day. If not, we will carry on Thursday. Okay, so where are you? Please carry on with activity 25 and let me know. Okay, don't sit and talk nonsense. I want this in your books written so that it can be marked. Alright, let me know if you struggle.